Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. So today we are going to study about Pandas library in Python. Now first of all, to do any machine learning project, we need data because data is the main input. We are going to work on data, clean the data, find the patterns and predict. Okay, that's what machine learning does. Now, how can we collect the data? It can be done in many ways. Like in Pandas, if you have heard about scikit-learn library, that is a very famous, very popular library. Okay, in that library, developers have already kept some data sets, some real life data sets, some toy data sets. So we can simply download them and can use them in our project, can research on those data. Simple, we can do that. Or we can just simply create our own data, or we can collect from different websites by web scraping, or websites directly provides you the data, so that way also we can collect the data. But the data may be in JSON format, the data may be in Excel file, the data may be in CSV format. Okay, now these data sets must be converted into data frame on which we can apply the machine learning algorithms. Okay. Now the question is, what is a data frame then? Data frame is simply a tabular structure, a two-dimensional tabular structure. We can say it's simply a table which must have rows and columns and data are organized properly. That's what is known as data frame. So first, in whichever format we have the data, we have to convert it into a data frame. Then only we can apply the machine learning algorithms. Okay, now the question is, then what is the pandas job? The pandas job is to create the data frame and many other functions also. Okay, so the first job is you have to convert your file formats into a proper data frame just before starting the project using pandas library. Okay, now for using pandas library, we have to import it. How? Import pandas as PD. Okay, why PD? It's just an alias. You can give any name. Okay, it's like nickname. Okay, so after you import, now you can convert it into a data. Now first we will see that how we can download anything from scikit-learn library and can work on that. Now we will download the dataset from sklearn library. So we can write from sklearn dot datasets import load iris. Okay, load iris dataset is based on iris flowers. Their length, width, these are given datasets, and you have to find which type of species is this. Okay, that's what the dataset all about. We will explore more. Okay, now let me start. So now first we have downloaded the dataset. As of now, we have to keep it in a variable load iris. This one will just download the dataset. Okay, you can give any name. This is just a variable name. I have given iris. It is loaded. Now let's check what is there in iris. First, I will write type function. Type function, you remember, it gives us the data types. So you can see this is sklearn.utils.bunch. Bunch simply means it has lots of data. Okay. Okay, so you can see this is not a data frame yet. We will convert this into a data frame. Okay, now suppose before that, if I just want to check what is there in the data set, so I can write iris dot data. Can you tell me what I'm trying to do here? This is slicing. You can remember slicing. The first one giving nothing means start from the initial. Fifth means up to 5 rows. Okay. See here. First rows 0th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have just sliced it from the data set. This is not a data frame. You can see. So these are the things given. Sepal length, sepal width, petal width of the flowers, and our job is, that is our target is to find which type of species is this. Okay, now let's see what are the feature names. Feature names simply means that what are the column names. Okay, that is what is known as feature names. That means sepal length. This one is sepal length in centimeter. Sepal width, next one. Petal length, this one. And petal width. Okay, these are the column names. So these are here feature names. Okay. Now what are the other things we can see? Like we can check the shape of the data. Iris dot data dot shape. Shape is an attribute. This is not a function. That's why we have not given the brackets. First one is row, the next one is column. So it has 150 rows, 4 columns. 4 columns we can already see, and it has 150 rows. Okay. So we have just explored what is there inside this iris dataset. Okay. Now our job is to convert it into a data frame. Then only we can apply those machine learning algorithms. Okay. I can directly convert or I can convert in this way. First, I write df features. I'll show you both the ways. Okay. pd dot data frame. Data frame. This one will convert the data set into a data frame, into a table, two-dimensional table having proper rows and columns. Fine. Inside this, we have to pass attributes. Data means iris.data. That means take those data from the iris, keep it in df features dataset. Comma, it must have some columns. So columns equal to iris dot feature names. I have already shown you what are the feature names. This one. So I want them to be the column names. Okay. Now let me run this. How can I check? By giving the head function. So if I write, see, you can see now. Data, these are the data. These are the feature names which are used as columns. Data means all these things are kept in this df features data set. So now we have a proper data frame on which we can apply the algorithms. Okay. And our data set has rows and columns. Fine. Okay. Now, if you remember, for supervised learning, we have label dataset. So, our dataset may contain a label or may not contain. Now, in this dataset, we have labels. So, what types of learning is this? This one is supervised learning. Anyway, that's not our topic for the day. So, we will add the target column. df underscore, sorry, target equals to pd dot data frame data equals to iris dot target. Here the data is what is written as target in iris. That is what I will take it as the data. And what are the column names? I have only one column. So one column name, that is target. Fine. Now let's see what happens. So I have two data frame. One is df features data frame. Another one is df target. Let me show you what is there in df target. So if I write the head function always shows us the first 5 rows. Now our job is to determine the types of the iris flower. Okay. So this is our output. Now we will concatenate both of them. How can we do it? Simply by writing df equals to, I will give this data set as df. Df is like conventional, everyone uses this. You can give any name you want. Okay, you can write anything. Now I will write df equal to pd dot concat. Concat is a function which is used to concatenate. Here, what are the things we are going to concat? Two data set. First one we have created df features. Second one we have created df target. Fine. Now write axis equals to 1. Why axis equals to 1? Axis equals to 0 means it will be added row wise. Axis equal to column means it will be added column wise. Done. Now let's see what is there in df. So df dot head. See here. Although both of the data frames have been concatenated. So you can see these are the this is the data set. We have rows, we have columns, we have the data, we have it labeled output as well. Okay, so we can apply any supervised algorithm on this data set. Fine. Now let's see what are the other things we can see. Like if I write df.tell, these are the functions you will be using while doing different types of project. Df.tell means, so these will be showing us the last 10 rows. Let me show you. Df.save. This will give us the rows and columns. 150 rows, 5 columns. So you can see these are the last 5 rows. So if you give tail, it will show you last 5 rows. If you give head, it will show you first 5 rows. By default, it gives you 5. If you want more, you can simply mention that. It will give you 10. Your target is 2. That is different kinds of iris flower. Okay, fine. Now, what are the other things we can do? Like we can write df.info. Info means it will give us the complete information about the dataset. Here you can see total 5 columns. It is showing us sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. What are the non-null values? 150 non-null. That means there is no missing dataset. And these are in float values. But this is in integer. Float means decimal point. Integer means discrete 1, 2, 3, 4. Float means 1.2, 2.3. You can see decimal values. This is integer values. Okay. So simply we can get complete information from df.info. Now suppose if I write df.describe. Describe function will give us the statistics of the dataset. Here every column is numerical column. So they provide count, mean, standard deviation, minimum. Okay. So from this you can have an overall idea about the dataset. That also you can do using df.describe. Okay. Fine. So we have many data sets on scikit-learn library like wine data set, Boston housing price data set, many real data sets and many toy data sets. So your job is to simply download a data set and try to follow all these steps. Okay, if you face any problem or if you have any question I have missed to explain, then kindly ask in the comment sections. Fine. So this is the way we can simply download the data set and we can work on that. But most of the time we'll be working on external data sets. So now we have to see how we can download them and how we can explore those data sets. That we will be doing in our next part. Okay, bye, happy learning.